Hey y'all. Whew, what a day. Here we go. I legit am like all over the place because I don't have my laptop cord, and so I can't go onto my laptop like I usually do. So please bear with me. I need to delete this. Get so sick and tired of that stupid comment. This is late. This is late. Hey y'all. How are y'all doing tonight? How do I turn this down? There we go. How are y'all doing out there? I hate the way my bangs are doing their own thing right now. A bang. Um, hope you guys are enjoying your week. Hope it is amazing for you. As always, per usual. I'm gonna enter my stage here as my guest. Hold on, this should not be entering. I should be entering as a guest. It's a moderator. How are y'all doing tonight? I honestly hope you are having an amazing week. It has been, the same old as it is for me all the time. All right. Now, I wanted to enter here as a moderator, but I don't think it did that. Um, there's my chat. That's not what I want. How y'all doing? I may, I'm gonna put this in the chat for once. Hold on. Here we go. So I put a link in there for people to join. I will kick you off of this live if you get ridiculous, though. Let me tell you. um, but that is the first time that I am going to actually let people join. Let me know that if you can hear me okay, because last week we ended up with a situation where we had like really bad audio. Some of you tried to tell me, but I thought I had fixed it because I had turned on my headphones and I had connected to my headphones, but it seems that it never really quite connected and the audio was just freaking awful. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. As you know, tonight is football night in America. So I will be dipping off of this. Like I said, I try to keep it short and cute. You know what I'm saying? Because we got things to do, and I don't want to keep y'all hold up all night. You know what I mean with my shenanigans. So let's get into it. The first thing that I really want to talk about is um, the art of pivoting, right? And this is for anyone who is into anything where you're trying to be successful, and you deal with adversity, you deal with obstacles, you deal with anything that kind of comes your way, blocks your way from being successful, right? Me personally, I'm going to speak from a music artist standpoint because that is what I am. So, I will speak from a music artist standpoint, but this definitely can apply to anybody out there who is trying to go get it. You know what I mean? So, let's talk about the art of pivoting, y'all. And I wish I had some stuff to put up here for all of you. I don't because I'm silly and I did not add it before this live. But I want to talk to you about the art of pivoting and basically like what it means to not let things completely stop you in your tracks from doing what it is that you need to do to get to where you're going. Okay. So, one of the things that you have to realize, especially as an independent artist, is that you are going to deal with a lot of adversity. You're going to deal with things getting in your way all the time and legit like not allowing you to thrive the way that you would like to thrive or the way that you had it preconceived to thrive. You need to really, really hang on and hold on to pivoting, right? Um, and I'm gonna give you guys some material from some experience that I've had myself um, with having to do this, right? So let's talk about my video. Hi, Rising Genius. Hi, Jovan704. Hi, Raju Markham. All on Instagram. What's up, y'all? Um, so let's talk about what it is that I had to do in this industry. There's a lot of things, but let's just talk about some of the recent things that have happened to me. So, the first thing that I want to talk to you all about, and let me just see if I can get um, the video for you. Hold on. Or an image so that you guys can see exactly what it is that I am referring to because I want you to really understand like what it is for this to happen and things that need to be done in order for you to overcome it. um, so I am going to talk about my one of my most recent music videos that I made, okay? And that music video, for any of you who have not seen yet, was called Hit Dogs. Um, and let's see, are they gonna put the image up? And Hit Dogs was like something that I came up with on the fly as far as remixing. I heard the song on the BET Awards, the song on the BET Awards by Playboy Cardi. And as soon as I heard the song, I was like, oh my freaking God, I have to remix that. I have to remix that because it is speaking to me. The beat is speaking to me. And for anyone who's an artist, you know when something like grabs a hold of you like that, you have to like get in on that moment. I don't know why this is not adding to my live. But basically, and I'll probably pick this up. Look it. Okay, this is happening right now as we speak. This is what I mean by the art of pivoting, right? Things are not going the way that I want them to go, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch back to being on here live without anything extra because it's just not adding to the live. Okay. Let's talk about it. So basically, I went ahead, I had created the song, I came up with this idea for a video. I wanted to do something in my city that I felt like would represent my city and basically put me at the in the middle of what it is that the 413 is because that's where I'm from, Springfield, Mass. For any of you who don't know, hi, I'm Tasia New. I'm from Springfield, Mass. And so I went ahead, recorded the song. I was like, I want to do this video. So we start brainstorming. We're going back and forth about what it is to do with this video because I wanted it to involve a lot of different people. Now, the first group that I really, really wanted to involve was a group that I won't say because it just didn't end up working out. But basically, they had told me, like, yup, we're all good. Just let us know what the video date is, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, great. They're like, we're excited. I'm excited. I'm like, this is going to be amazing. I'm like, stoked. Can't wait for this to like go down. Comes time for maybe a week or two before the video for me to check in and basically say, like, like just checking in, making sure everything is good. We've got the date. Are you guys still good with that? Ghost Town. Okay. And the thing about it is like, don't know what caused the ghost town. It just was. And so I had to bloop, pivot because I'm like, I'm not going to allow, people and doing the weird shifty thing. I don't even know what it was, to be quite frank with you. I don't know what it was, but it was just weird. And I'm like, I don't have time for that type of stuff when I'm trying to like make things shake over here. So guess what? You okay, on to the next. Like you have to keep moving because the thing about it is that those types of things they happen in this business. You can't plan or predict when these things are going to pop up. They just do. They pop up by people, they pop up by things, by it could even be traffic getting to a show. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of like always be thinking about what's plan B, right? So boom, talking to my sister, she's like, boom, guess what? 4th of July is coming up. We're about to shoot this video. 4th of July, let's freaking do it. I am like stoked about that because I'm like, yo, 4th of July celebrations in my city, they go up. So I knew right then and there, like, this is about to be a big deal. Like, we're about to get the people that we want in this video. Everybody be outside. Like, it's going to be a wrap. So get ready for the 4th of July, get everything done. I got my fit, everything. It's going good, right? Vibing. Get out there, got out there perfect time. Went ahead. My sister's like a social butterfly. Shout out to Nine I Loves. My sister's like a social butterfly. So she is literally like talking to like mad people from the city, like people who have bikes, quads, everything. Like talking to everybody, like, yo, shooting this video. There was a whole family that was there with like speakers that were really, really loud and like over everything. So she was just like, you know what? That's okay because we gonna go over there and we gonna see if the speakers could be part of this video. So we had this whole thing like literally coming together by just pure like divine like intervention. Like it was amazing, right? Shout out to T Bermudez because I wanted to show the video on here that she had sent me, but literally had met her there and she was like, do you want to sit on my bike? Like you want to sit on it? I was like, what? Like absolutely. Prettiest, dopest pink bike. Like it was so freaking dope. Let me sit on it. Was like, yo, take your time, like shoot, like no type of like, you know what I'm saying? Like didn't like limit or anything. Was just like do your thing. So, like, we literally shoot this video, whatever have you. One of the things that happened that day is that my lovely and oh so dear trusted husband was not able to be on set. And my husband shoots a lot of my stuff. So, again, pivoting. So, we have my sister, my younger sister, shout out to my younger sister, Desi. We have my sister there, and she was able to, like, she's like, okay, boom, get in there. We're going to get these shots, yada, yada, yada. We're all in the mindset of, yo, we're going to get the work done. Like, if it's going to take extra, it's going to take extra. We're going to get it done. All right, skip up to, okay, now it's time to, like, wrap things up. It's been a day. We got to shoot the night scenes. Okay, so we go over to, like, another little area where we go ahead and we shoot this night scene, or we begin to. Ciao. A whole police chase happened in my shot. Like a whole police chase. It ended up actually halting the video because of the fact that there was a whole chase happening. Like if you watch the video, I left it in there. It is in there. You could see an entire police chase taking place in the background of my video, right? We're like, yo, forget it. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use the footage. Doesn't matter. Like I said, pivot, 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 pivot. Like even the police were like, oh, we're so sorry that has happened to your video. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. So crazy there, whatever have you. Feeling good though, because we're like, yo, no matter what it is that got in our way, we still shot this video. Skip up to now I'm looking at the footage. The footage is terrible. Like in so many ways. Like, and most of it was because the lighting. Um, it was daylight outside, and it was an unforgiving day, and it wasn't good. We couldn't block our shots. because there's just so much happening in the background because of the 4th of July celebration. So there was no way to like block people out. You have people in the background sitting in lawn chairs. It was crazy. So there was no way to really get a good shot and not have everybody in here. And that's basically what happens when you create like impromptu kind of music video where you don't it's not a location that you actually secured and you know who's going to be there, and therefore you're able to control the environment. It wasn't like that. The environment was doing what it wanted to do. We were trying to shoot in the middle of it, so it was honestly a catastrophe. It was a complete catastrophe. um and then the police chase that happened, and on top of that, I hated my hair, hated my makeup, hated what, just everything, everything. The nicest thing in that video was the bike that T Bermudez let me sit on. Honestly, that was the nicest thing in the video, and I might like post some of that like behind the scenes stuff that happened at that time for y'all, so y'all could see what I'm talking about. It was like complete disaster. Okay, like I'm when I tell you a disaster. The shots were like just like I wanted to cringe. So I am literally having a like whole like freak out over the fact that we put in all this effort and we were pivoting, we were doing what we needed to do, and we still did not get the shots that we needed. Um and it turned into, yo, you know what? Well, we got to do it again tomorrow. And tomorrow was less than 24 hours away. Less than 24 hours away. So I legit had to, in less than 24 hours, reshoot that entire video. I had to get redone up, had to redo hair and makeup, figure out what it is that I wanted to do with it that was different, because remember, I hated my hair and makeup in that initial take. So I had to figure out on the fly what it was that I was going to do with my look. Um, and be back out there the next night to shoot a video. It was crazy. But this is what I'm talking about, artists, when I'm telling you that the art of pivoting is necessary, but it's also very, very real. Because what you will start to notice when you start pivoting and just working with what it is that you have and thinking on the fly and not allowing something that pops up to completely stop you in your tracks and stop you from what it is that you're doing or in the task at hand. The task at hand was not to shoot a video this way, da 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 da. The task at hand was to shoot a good video. That was the task at hand. The way that it was going to happen had to change because why? The environment did something that was unforeseen that we were not able to overcome. And so, therefore, what do? Pivot. I literally, in less than 24 hours, had to shoot an entire new video. The video that you guys see out there for Hit Dogs Now is the second take, the second day of shooting the same video completely differently than we did the day before. Um, so, it is important to remember pivot, pivot, pivot. I'm going to give you one more example. Last week, I don't know if you guys who follow me, those of you who follow me, thank you for following me. I love y'all. Last week, I started to get ready for the staircases, my series that many of you started following me on. Shout out to y'all. I started shooting the staircases. I started shooting the staircases, and then as I'm beginning to shoot, I set up because staircases is a setup. It's not just boom, I put on, I put the camera on me and I'm on the staircase. No, there's lighting, there's sound, there's a whole like setup to the staircases. Everything is set up. I get on the stairs, mind you. I already had to wait past a certain time on my staircase because I have a humongous window. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me bring you with me. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You see that in the back of me? That is my window. That is above the stairs. Window, stairs, okay? In the daytime, this particular window gets like it lets in a lot of daylight, like a ton of daylight, okay? And depending on where it is that, and that's my husband. Depending on where it is that the sun is coming through that window, it shines directly down on the staircase and it literally can give the worst lighting ever. Okay. That usually happens from, I would say, 10 o'clock to, no. 11 o'clock to around 1 o'clock is when that light is extremely bright and it shines directly directly on the stairs, right? So it creates glare. It's just, it's horrific. It's horrific. Okay. So started out shooting staircases and the I'm just dark on the stairs. Like I'm literally completely washed out. Like it's you can't see me. I'm like, oh my God. I've been waiting already for like an hour and a half for the sun to pass by the stairs, and I'm still getting this issue with lighting coming up awful. Okay, boom, pivot. What do? I go into the dining room, and my husband works in the dining room. Sorry about that, y'all. Can y'all hear me? I am so sorry. Somebody called me. That is really annoying. Can y'all hear me? I'm like frozen on my screen. Oh, that is so annoying. I'm gonna put my phone on airplane mode. I hate when that happens. Um, can y'all hear me? Okay, I think you can hear me. So anyway, um, okay, good. So anyway, basically what happened was I'm just like, okay, I'm now in my husband's workspace singing in front of a window in the dining room. I get the lighting and the sound set up again. It is a whole setup. So I'm getting the lighting and the sound set up, done a little sound check. I'm ready to go. I start. He is getting more and more like, oh my God, I can't concentrate because you're singing and I'm trying to like read, type. Like he's literally like, I can't concentrate. So it gets to a point to where it's like, okay, I get kicked out of the dining room. So what do? Pivot. I come up here and I sing in this room with no interruptions and like legit like okay. Getting ready for the Bedroom Chronicles by the way. Getting ready for the Bedroom Chronicles, by the way. So this is the reason why last week you will see in my videos that I did when I was singing, those videos were actually supposed to be the staircases, but I had to get away from the staircases because the lighting was so bad. Then when I went in front of the window, which you see a pink background in that, then you see me actually move from that place because I was in the dining room with my husband and he's like, I can't concentrate. You're singing and I'm trying to work. So I come upstairs and then that's when you see me in this room. That is pivoting. Guess what? Did not get anything done on the staircases last week, but guess what did happen? I did get my content last week and I was able to post during the week. So, it is important as an artist that you learn how to do that, that you learn how to pivot. Because the thing about it is that everything isn't going to be ideal. And take it from me, I am very, very, very like type A, like perfectionist. And it's hard for me to be able to think about don't let that get you down because you saw it a certain way. Now you got to do it a different way. Because why? I plan until I can't plan anymore. So that I can plan for when things are going to happen that don't allow me to do things the way that I wanted to do it. I do think because of that, it does allow me to come out. less scathed than some other people that just don't think anything's gonna happen. But stuff still happens that I didn't think of, and I still have to pivot. And as hard as it is, you just gotta do what you gotta do in order to get the job done. So I just wanted to let all the artists know out there. You are not alone when it comes to trying to do something, and then there's a force or somebody or something in your way that looks like it wants to stop you from being great, and you just have to learn how to maneuver around it and go through a window when that door closes. Like that's really what it is. And if you start doing that and start being like flexible like that, so that you can morph and accommodate any like situation and adapt to any situation. Excuse me. If you want to adapt to any situation, um, then pivoting is going to help you a lot. And you will start to notice that things start to get done even when there's something in your way that would have stopped you before. You're not alone. We all go through it every single day. It's not just independent artists, it's also mainstream artists. And when it happens to them, it happens in a bigger way because there's usually more dollars involved, the stakes are higher, and there's a lot more people involved. So we all deal with it. But guess what? It's the art of show business. Just do that, breathe, and then just think about what is it that I'm going to do next. Don't even get down about what didn't happen for too long because it's going to upset you. You're going to get upset. It's going to happen. Let it happen, but don't let it happen for too long. Be upset, but then come out of that. Don't dwell on that too long and go on to the next thing. Because if you allow it to get you down, those are the types of things that will stop you from moving forward. And the goal is to always move forward no matter what it is that gets in your way. So, I just wanted to share that with you all because the thing is I think a lot of us go through things that get in our way or they prohibit us. And I feel like we be feeling like we're on an island. Like we feel like we're alone in that. And that, and people don't like talking about it because of the fact that um, online is a place where everything is supposed to seem hunky dory and it's supposed to seem like, oh, okay, like, that person has no problems, nothing gets in their way, everything that they do is boom, 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 perfect, perfect, perfect. But what you're not seeing with the final product are all of the times that they had to retake, all of the times that people had something happen that stopped it from being what it was and to what it is, like hit dogs. Like, so there's a lot of things that we go through and we feel like we're alone and we can't talk about it because it would seem like it's going to tarnish what it is that people's perception of us are. But really, in reality, it just makes you more human because this stuff happens and you can't prevent it from happening, but you can control how it is that you react to it. And the way that you should react to it is to pivot, take a deep breath, pivot, and figure out how it is that you're going to move forward so that you can keep on climbing. So, anyway, I love you all. Again, I hope that you all have an amazing night. I am going to get off this. Like I said, it is football, and she is ready to get into the game. But I love you all. I will be back next week, and we will talk about some more topics, and I'll be a little bit more prepared at that point. But I love you. Bless you all and keep being you. I love it. I love it. I love it.